How many players has Haliburton lapped at the point guard position this year?
5, 4. I had him ranked 9, I think, coming in.
Yeah,
so I think I'll say like 4.
And I'm talking about lapped in a way that he's not in the same tier. He has separated himself.
Yeah, like 4.
He separated himself from Jamal Murray.
From LaMelo, too.
LaMelo, Ja.
And Ja.
I guess Dame.
And has he separated himself from
Has he
from
separated
Trey?
himself from Dame?
Well,
Dame was really good this year.
He's an old guy.
But he
just
was
ruptured
really
his
good
Achilles.
this year.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the injury, I don't think
I don't know if he separated himself from
I think
him.
Dame is unranked right now. Dame,
okay.
we don't know. How
We
he's
can
gonna
give him the NA.
His Achilles.
I'm fine with the NA.
Right
I think
it is.
yeah, he's right.
Why do you have to say it so abrupt?
You know why he's sensitive to it right now, and I get it.
That's my
cooked right now.
I didn't mean it like that.
Well,
I see
Tatum
what
has a
you're talking
chance.
about.
Tatum's young. Dame's 36, bro.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Dame's 36.
You're not wrong. But I was just that's on me. I was just talking about like this season. I guess if you're moving
I think
forward,
he's in
it's a
that tier
question.
2.
Has he separated himself from Ja like outright? Like
I think right now it's okay.
I think Tyrese is just a better player than him.
I think the difference is like, all right, so for me, how I look at it is like there's tiers of point guards, right? Tiers of point guard. Tier 1s, you got your dudes, Steph,
easy,
SGA,
Luka.
I'm forgetting the other guy. Yeah, Luka.
Thank you, please. What are you
and
doing?
then and then I could throw Brunson in there for sure.
Is
Without a
Hallie
doubt.
in the tier with Brunson?
I think he's the
I
tier
don't
under.
think so.
I think he's in the tier by himself.
He's
though.
not.
I think he's tier 2. I think that's when if you want to argue Dame in there, that's fine to me. And then tier 3 is like Ja. Oh, Cade is in tier 2. He's in tier 2
Hallie's
for me.
tier.
I was gonna say, it's Cade, it's Hallie.
I think that's it for me. And then tier 3,
Trae Young.
I think tier 3, and this is what I was gonna say. I think Ja and Trey are at the top of tier 3. They're the ones that can get back into tier 2.
Where's
But you
LaMelo?
have to see. Oh, LaMelo's in tier 3 also too. I think LaMelo's in tier 3.
At the bottom or at the top?
Right in the middle.
Can I say this? I think Trey after this season, first in assists, 7th in points. They did just make the
His numbers
playoffs
are always
again.
gonna look
I
stupendous.
think you need to put him in the class with Tyrese, with Cade.
I think Hallie's a better playoff performer than Trae Young. I think that's the difference for me. With Cade, I think Cade, he didn't play amazing against New York, but given the fact that his size, his physical attributes,
And the team he was playing with,
and
too. I mean,
yeah, the team is honestly
Not
probably
great.
worse than Atlanta.
Yeah, the
like, just
team's
from an
not
offensive
good.
perspective. I would put him over. But I don't mind him. Like, even put him in tier 2,
I
don't
think
mind
that with Cade, this being his first real year of ascension, you take the fact that the counting stats and on top of it, the winning. Tyrese Haliburton has grown every single year, but I feel like this year, especially 2025, he put it all together. Trae Young has been this same player for years now. Hasn't really fallen off. He just hasn't had that team success that we thought that he would have after the ECF run.
I also think both of them are just much more efficient scorers.
yeah, for sure.
Like Cade, Hallie
Trey's just young,
obviously
smaller.
isn't going to take an insane amount of shots, but he always takes the smart shots.
I think, but Hallie just gives you everything those guys
He's
give.
6'5",
Like he's
yeah.
got size, he's got efficiency, he's a great playmaker, he leads offenses, and he wins.
And
It
Cade
is-
is just a bona fide bucket.
It is a
so.
stain on Trey's name, in my opinion, that his 3-point shot is not as efficient as it should be.
And he's
He
a
also
bad
doesn't
finisher.
take-
Like
also
30,
doesn't take
the
good
bad
shots.
finishing makes sense to me. I know that there
Small
are
guards tend
yes,
to-
but he's not just small. He's also not strong.
skinny, yeah.
He's not strong. I think that the fact that his 3-point shot is as inefficient as it is, where he's shooting 33% this season on a decent amount of attempts, to me, you could argue it's inexcusable.
Yeah. I listen. I think tier, and then like what I've seen from Hallie on defense in the playoffs has been pretty solid.
It
Like,
has
he
been.
He's a solid defender.
Yeah, like he has the size.
tries.
Like, Cade is also not a slouch on defense.
Not at all.
So like just that tier 2 for me, it really is just those two guys. Like
You
I
would
don't
have all 4 of those first 4 point guards in the same tier.
just in terms of guards. Yeah, because it's like tier 1, it's like Steph, Luka, SGA, then like Brunson, then like
See, but
tier
that's
2.
why I would be like, those 3 definitely are in tier 1. I love Brunson. Is Brunson in that class?
I think he's higher than tier 2. That's why I can't put him in tier 2. So I'll put
I
him at
wouldn't
the
mind
low.
a tier, just the Brunson
Tier
tier.
1B.
The Brunson tier 1B.
Yeah, 1B,
yeah.
tier 1B. Because I think Brunson can be just as good as those guys on a given night.
Any given.
But like you just when you take everything, the offensive value and impact, we know who number 1 is
do you
in tier
think?
1, but you know.
Jolie Lowe, what do you think?
It's tough because I think Brunson gives you the scoring those guys do, right? Like we saw in the first 2 games, he was averaging 40 throughout these playoffs. He's been giving you hoops. But Shea's got defense over him and Luka's got playmaking over him. Although the scoring is like all neck and neck with those dudes. So it's tough. I think I would probably have Brunson. He feels like a god tier himself. Like I don't know if I could put him in an SGA Luka tier, but he also doesn't belong in a K tier. You know what I
doesn't,
mean?
yeah.
He doesn't.
Do you
That's why I
think
play 1B
that?
is cool.
Do you think because I saw this Kenny video where he said that there's 3 players that are stamped over Hallie, it's Steph, Luka, and Shea. And he basically said there's an argument to take Haliburton over Brunson.
Yes.
Because of the playmaking and the fluidity of an offense.
It's a preference.
It is a preference thing.
It's a preference.
One led by a scorer and one led by a true playmaker.
Is Brunson's playmaking that bad?
It's
not bad.
It's like
Haliburton's just one in the league, you know.
His playmaking is kick out assist.
It's basically Steve Nash versus Damian Lillard in terms of just play style. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the bona fide scorer, which Brunson has improved as a playmaker? He can dish out when he needs to, but he is 20 seconds. I'm going to go look for a mismatch. I'm going to go get my buckets. Or is it Hallie, which he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He can also be effective with the ball. He's very good at hunting mismatches, quick decisions, smart plays, never really turns the ball over.
But it's also the offense you're playing in. Like, if you're with Rick Carlisle, I want Haliburton. If I'm with Tom Thibodeau, I want Brunson.
That's a fact. It really is. Yeah, I like it. It's a preference thing. Like, who's a better player? I just think they do two different things. Like, they're just two different styles.
That's why. Do you think they're in separate tiers because they're two different styles of players, or they're in the same tier because you can favor one's preference? Like, your preference could be
to me,
a
I would
playmaker
rather
and a
have
true
them
point guard.
in a tier themselves rather than putting one in those top 3 tiers.
Yeah, I just think the scoring of Brunson is so valuable that, like, at any given moment, whether you're 6'5", 6'8", 6'2", 6'10", Brunson can just give you the business. That's why I have, like, when you can score with SGA, with Luka and shit like that at 6'1", that shit is insane. Yeah. Like, that's...
He shouldn't be doing the shit he's doing.
The shit he does, he shouldn't be doing. He's 6'1". He's not even the fastest dude.
Down.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. So that's why I have him up. Like, if Hallie becomes, like, a 24-point-per-game scorer, then we can, like, have some serious conversations.
Mm-hmm. I think that
also,
happen.
just Hallie's scoring, because, like, at the end of the series, he might have, like, 18, whatever, in terms of averages, but he gives you those games where he has 12 or 14 points. Brunson, I know we're coming off the game, so it's not the best example, but Brunson's not giving you many duds in the playoffs.
No, one is more slow, methodical, break you down, play by play. Another is more fast tempo, high octane offense, you know?